Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Mrs. Danny Plans It All. It's your girl Danielle here, and if you are new, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching my channel. If you are coming back, again, welcome back. We're going to do another book review, book number 2 of Kennedy Ryan's This Could Be Us. So if you have not read this book, I advise you not to continue to watch, even though I want you to stay, but I don't want to ruin anything or any excitement regarding you reading the book. But if you have not read this book, if you have not joined or just got into the series of Kennedy Ryan, you are missing a treat, because I am in love with Kennedy Ryan's books right now. I am in my soft girl book-ish girl era, and I am in love with her books. So we're going to do a book review of This Could Be Us, and it's like this number 2 or book of the Skyland series. And I'm also going to pair and kind of use some stickers that's going to remind me of the characters. We are in going into the fall season, so I want to use some beautiful colors, plum and purple and orange and all those cozy colors, and you will know why once we jump into the book review. But we're going to decorate a spread, and I hope you guys stay tuned because I'm excited about this one. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. So let's get into starting our spread. I've already kind of got a head start with you guys. We've added some beautiful flowers from the Art of Becoming Shades of Purple. I wanted to add like a border at the bottom of the page, and then add some purple boxes, and I want a little pop of color. I didn't want it to be a solid color of purple, but adding some pops of color. So we put in some orange boxes, and I use Live Love Posh jewel tones. So let's get into the characters of this book. We're going to first start talking about Soledad, and they call her Soul. Soledad Barnes is a stay-at-home mom, very domestic. She loves being a mom. She loves being at home with her children, taking care of her house, taking care of her husband. You can tell she really, truly loves what she do. So, but there is a little, you can tell in the beginning of the book, there is just a little bit of just something wrong with the relationship with her husband. And he's very demanding. He's very manipulative. He's controlling is another word you can use. But through all of that, she is still just wanting to be just the best mother and best wife to him. But he was not giving that energy back, as the best husband. And I can sense that from the beginning. They have 3 beautiful daughters, and I believe a set was the set of twins, I believe so. And now we know about her husband. I believe he works for a firm, either a financial firm. And then we are introduced to another character. His name is Judah Cross. Judah Cross is an accountant, and we later learn that Judah is hired as an investigator or a forensic accountant to uncover her husband's, secrets, uncover the things he's been doing with the company's money. Like, he's there to investigate her husband. But they don't know that in the beginning. All Judah knows is that he is here to investigate him. And all Soledad knows, she just knows what her husband is telling her about Judah. Just basically saying, I don't like this man. He's this, he's that. Don't talk to him. You're going to see him tonight. All of these things, but not really letting her form her own opinion about him. So, again, very controlling. So I'm going to pull, again, I'm going to pull in a third color because I like color. I'm going to pull in this lilac color because I see a little bit down at the bottom. And I pulled another sticker book, which is Chic Fall, Live Love Posh. It came from, I think, last year before last. A release, fall release. I'm going to pull this skinny box right here and kind of make a cluster with this color. And I believe that kind of completes the look too. Let me see if I want to add it up here. Yeah, let's add it right here. What you guys think about the husband? Like in the beginning. No, we don't know much about him yet. We do know how he treats her is very disrespectful, but we don't know much about him. So tell me your thoughts about him, because I knew in the beginning he was going to be a problem. Okay. So they, the first time that Judah sees Soledad, or vice versa, is at like a banquet event that they were going to. And of course he's trying to train her on, you know, about Judah. Her husband is trying to say, you know, don't talk to him. I don't like him. When you see him, this man is just, you know, all these crazy things. And so that's the first time they've ever seen each other, and they were instantly attracted to each other. Ooh, I like this. This is pretty. Do I want to add it here? Let's go back to the girls, because I think I'm kind of on her. She's very pretty. And I want to add two girls to this. I want to add two girls to this spread, because this is my creative journal or planner. So I want to add two. That has words. I don't want words. Let's do this. I'm still stuck on this one. Let's do this. And I'm going to do that in that transparent, clear sticker. Yeah, that's pretty. And I use also my tweezers just kind of smooth out the stickers so it can be flush against the paper. And I'll cut that little part off later. But that's pretty already. I love that one. And let's add another girl. Do we want her to be the same thing? We want her to be different. Because I like this girl. A beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. Or do I want to go through the same thing? Let me see. Look at this book. Okay, as we look through, let's keep talking. So they meet at this banquet and instantly are attracted to each other. And Judah doesn't know that that's his wife. You know, that's, husband. They don't have any connection with it. And we can tell right away that, again, he was attracted to her. And I believe something happened where Soledad either went to find her husband at a place because he was missing for a while, or she was just kind of trying to get away from the party, where she meets these two boys, or meets one of Judah's sons. And we later learned that he is autistic, and I believe both of the boys were autistic, and she just connected with him. Like of course she's just this motherly, this nurturing woman, and instantly was able to relate to his sons. But again, she doesn't know that's his sons. So she relates to him. I like this one right here. This is pretty too. Or do I just want to use the scene? This is a pretty girl. Let's put that scene right there. No, let's put that back, because actually I noticed that those are different flowers, and I don't want to use those different flowers. But I like this little bench here. We can use the bench because it has the same like roses, right? Let's use the bench right there. I'm gonna use the clear again. But yeah, she meets him, and of course, Judah comes up to check on his, the sons, and notice, that she has connected with them, with them. So of course, that's another connection. There's another reason why he's attracted to her without really knowing, So to kind of move on to the rest of the book, they did come to the home of Soledad and her husband, and he was arrested. He was arrested on embezzlement and fraud and just financial, just a lot of mess that she did not know about. She didn't understand what was going on, because of course he's probably keeping secrets. Just based off how he treats her, you can tell he keeps secrets. and that he got a lot going on that she doesn't want him to know. So that really started the whole entire thing. So again, I won't be able to go to every chapter of the book. I want to now start pointing out just a few things that I kind of made note of, you know, throughout the book, that I'm like, yes, I gotta put a star right there and just remember that moment, because she really did give some moments. And what I love about Soledad is that she did not stay down long. You know, she was, of course, disappointed, and she was just trying to figure out, like, what in the world is going on. But she didn't let it keep her down long. And she used her skills, used her, you know, her skills as being a mom, and loving to cook, and loving to organize, and loving to just, you know, use her creativity in different ways. She used it, and she made a life for herself really quickly, right? Really quickly. Let me see. I want to put a doll maybe right here. And I'm not sure if I want to use words, but I think I kind of know what doll I want to use. Give me a moment, y'all. Oh, she's cute. She's a boss. But I don't think I want the same girl. I don't want her hair to be the same way. Okay. I think I want to use her. Do we have her in the clear? Yep, we do. I want to use a different type of girl. Of course, Soledad, her hair was like very natural, and she was like I think she had, her family was from, you know, Mexico or Honduras, or she had kind of a mix of black in her too. So she had a little sass, okay? She had a little sass to her. Yeah, that is cute. I like that. She always has a reason why, you know, this story means so much to her, right? So this book was about highlighting an awareness of autism, and also about, you know, broken marriages, and finding love in different areas. You know, loving yourself was also, but mostly it was about the awareness of autism. And we found that out from, you know, learning about Judah's children. I also like the supportive aspect of Judah's ex-wife. Her name was Tremaine. She also had a husband. She was remarried, but Judah wasn't remarried yet. So I love her support in anything that he was doing. You could tell they had a really healthy co-parenting relationship, because of course their sons are artistic, so they had no choice but to be, you know, have that maturity, take care of their sons in a way, and support them without thinking about themselves all the time. But I love that. And also there are a few chapters in the book that I hope you guys, you know, really get into it, where Soledad had her, I call, waiting to exhale moment. That girl was so mad at her husband just being, you know, unfaithful. For one, we did find out that he was cheating on her. Unfaithful, wanted to call, you know, a divorce, you know, all of this other stuff that, you know, she was just like, you got me into this mess, and I put off my dreams for you, and you like, really, you just played me. And hold on, you guys, I just ripped out, you guys see a sticker? I just ripped out that sticker. I don't know where I put it at. I'll find it. Let me see if it's there. I may put it back in the book. Okay. So yes, you can. She had a waiting to exhale moment, and he had a man cave right in the house, and she took a bet to that man cave. I mean, went in on that man cave, and good thing that she did, right? She went in on that man cave, just completely destroyed it. But she also found this little kind of like a flash drive in one of his, he loved a certain like sports team, and that jersey was hanging up in one of the frames on the wall, and she found it, and that's the information that she needed to really lock in on what he was doing with the company's money. Okay, I found the paper, y'all. How did it end up all the way over there in my office, my little accent chairs? I don't know. Things get a little wild while I'm planning. Stuff just go walking sometimes. So we're gonna add some flowers to here. I hope you guys are still with me. I know I'm everywhere, but I hope you guys are still enjoying the review. And of course, I would love for you guys to leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I read this book the beginning of, I believe, June or July. So I'm not able to tell you guys every detail. Go read it for yourself, of course, if you haven't. Or, you know, kind of come along as I'm talking. But she found the information that she needed. And of course, she, you know, found out that Judah was there to investigate her husband. And of course, she's going to think like, who am I to bring this information to him? This is my husband. This is the father of my child or children. And I'm the one that is bringing this information, you know, to him. But again, she has a good heart. She has morals. She knows what he's doing is wrong. And it doesn't help that he treated her so badly. You know, he really did, you know, you can tell they did not have any, like intimacy, you know, throughout their marriage, during this time. And she just wanted her husband. Like, she just wanted her husband. I don't know what he was or who he was before all of this started, but she wanted her husband, and she wanted to be loved, and she deserved to be loved. So, you know, it's like, who am I to get this information to them to lock up my, you know, father of my child or my children? It was just a crazy situation, but she was willing to do whatever to protect herself and protect her family, because, you know, it was his fault. He didn't want to put his family in that situation, not her. Okay? So, put a thumbs up if you agree in the comments, because all of that, I agree with her on that one. So, I love it how it's coming out so far. Let me see. I want to add some quotes, but I also want to add some more flowers. Let me see. I love the different girls here. And I may add another girl here, because if you notice in the books, there were, Soledad was a part of a beautiful friendship with Yasmin and Hendrix. So I'm going to actually put 3 girls up here, because I like that idea. So I like her as being like the boss. I love her. She's fierce. But I also want to put another girl up there, and she's kind of like in this jumpsuit here, like different type of girls, not the same type. Oh, that's cute. That's gonna be pretty. Put her here. Actually, I'm gonna cut the bottom of this just so I still can write in this box. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I know y'all hear my 3-year-old. Oh, Lord. She's having the time of her life. Okay. Let me go. Yeah, I like that. I like how that looks so far. And the other supporting characters that I liked, again, Hendrix kind of came in the picture a little bit. Yasmin kind of came into the picture a little bit, just to kind of help her through that process. What I love about both of her friends is that they were the one who believed in her from the beginning. So they knew the skills that she had, and was like, yeah, especially Yasmin. She was like, my daughter has a really big following on social media, and she is, you know, she's about hair care and self-care. And so it's like, yeah, you can do it too. So that really kicked off her. I believe that boosted her confidence and getting her swag back, especially after her husband was just like, you know, like he was not having it And I believe she put a lot of her dreams on hold because her husband did not support her, you know. Let's add some quotes before we add in more decor. Decide, commit, succeed, or a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. I love this right here. Let me see. I like that one. I don't want to, that may not be. Let's go through the front part of the sticker book. See, that's pretty too. Be epic. New week, new goal. Yeah, so let's go back. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me put it here. Okay. Okay. That's cute right there. And then I can put something here, right? Ooh, this will go with a queen will always turn pain into power. Yes. That right there can definitely explain how Soledad just came from, you know, losing what she thought was everything and all this mess her husband created to becoming a boss. Like she just became an influencer. Like she went after exactly what she wanted, and all of her recipes, all of her organization hacks and tricks, and just being her, even on the screen, people start to recognize who she was. And of course, Judah was watching from afar. He followed her. He started to study her and really know, like, what is she like and who she is. And let me tell you, if a man really wants you, he's going to figure out who you are. He's going to do his research on you so that he can make sure he's together. Okay? The next other point about the book that really got me is when they went to go see I think his name was Edward, the Soledad's husband, went to go see him in jail, right? He's still in jail. The daughters want to see him. And what you also notice, he had 3 daughters, but there was that one daughter that, you know, there's always going to be a daddy's girl in the bunch, right? I'm a daddy's girl. So she just could not believe or fathom that her dad will just do that to her family, which also shocked me too, that he had 3 girls and he treated their mom that way. It's just baffled me how just who he was, you know, and having 3 girls. That's pretty. Trust the vision. So they went to prison to visit him. And, you know, Soledad is trying to hold it in. She really don't want to be there, but she's there. And she can tell her daughters are happy to see their dad. She's just being a good mom. But he said something really slick to her that I knew that she was just like, oh, I can't do this no more. I cannot do this anymore. And as she was leaving, she spotted the mistress. And she spotted the mistress with another child. She was pregnant at the moment, okay? Pregnant at the moment. And it was almost like he was trying to rush the kids and Soledad out of the visit at the prison so that, because he knew that the mistress was on her way to see him too. So it was like, man, this man wasn't nothing. Like, he was absolutely trash. He knew that his mistress or his girlfriend was coming. So he really didn't want to spend time with his daughters. And it was a crazy situation. But she did notice, you know, her, and it was definitely a shocking moment. And you could tell that Edward was selfish. He was arrogant. He was toxic. I would say unlovable. He was a lot of things. But, you know, Soledad, at that point, she was in a different mindset and she didn't care. Like, it was very disturbing to see, like, wow, this man is he's really trash. He really was. So I love how the relationship of Judah and Soledad blossomed, because she really was on this self-care journey. She really wanted to take her time. He respected that, but it was really hard for him to do because he was so attracted to her. And he also knew of her husband. Like, he was like, yeah, you deserve more than this. So I love the way this story blossomed. I love the way he took, you know, he gave her space, but also she realized, it's like, yeah, I'm on a self-care journey. Yeah, I'm healing, but I still deserve love too. Like, especially if this man is willing to give it to me, knowing the circumstances. But she had to be cautious, right? Because she can't just be out with this guy knowing that they were a part of, you know, sending her husband to jail. Like, this is the accountant that was really responsible for, like, connecting all the dots with this investigation, and to see the wife with him. Now, that was crazy. So I can see why she would be like, yeah, I can't, this looks crazy, right? So I'm going to add a box here. And I think we're going to be done with this spread, y'all. I will go back and date it later, but I love it so far. It does remind me, you know, of just the cozy vibes, but also the friendship that was portrayed in the book. And I just love it. I love the colors as well. I love purple anyway. So we're going to put another one up here. But I would love to hear your opinion about the book and what you know, what was your most pivotal moment, what spoke to you the most, because let me tell you, I was just in love with how she just went after what she wanted. Like, especially after she, you know, she had a moment, she cried, she questioned herself, but she didn't let that stop her from giving love and receiving love, right? She did not let that stop her. So it was just a beautiful love story. And I just love how, and then, you know, also, they didn't just jump into a relationship, right? They took their time. And even at the end of the book, they didn't just jump into, you know, marriage immediately, right? They're still dating. They're still exploring each other. But also, they were able to bring their families together, right? Now she has 3 daughters. He has 2 sons. So it's like 5 of them, right? And everybody loves each other, and he respects them. And it was just beautiful. So I absolutely love. This book was really good, and I wasn't expecting it to be this good. Okay, so all right, you guys, I believe this is going to be the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed that book review. I wanted to go in more detail, of course, but I didn't want this video to be too long. But I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I would love to hear your comments. I'm gonna go ahead and poke my little holes in here so I can snap it back into my planner. And then we have one more book to do a review on. And I hope you guys come back. And let's talk about it together. Because, man, the book number 1, that is the one that hooked me in to the series. So I hope you guys are ready to talk about that one. Okay? All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. And thank you so much for watching Mrs. Danny Plans It All. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.